Mention they all couldn't possibly have started tonight. Undoubtedly Tony Adams would have been in the defence alongside Keown. I think possibly Bergkamp would have played up front, and of course Olmars would have played on the left-hand side of midfield. So the likes of Kanu would probably have been on the bench alongside Suker. So when you talk about the loss of many players in the Arsenal side, I think they're probably without three key players tonight. Although it is very fair to say, Alan, that the bench is very weakened.
Roy Keane leads Manchester United. Lee Dixon captains Arsenal. It's one of those fixtures that really needs no hype. The very names tell you the story. Manchester United against Arsenal. Interesting there that Mark Bosnich, the Manchester United goalkeeper, is wearing a yellow jersey, and the Arsenal change strip tonight is yellow shirts. And I wonder if Mr. Durkin notices that. I'm sure he will. He's close enough to Bosnich. Will he order him to change to a green or another coloured jersey? That could be confusing.
Well, that's surely an oversight. I can't believe that he's going to get away with that. And whilst we're talking about the players who are missing tonight, I was talking about the Manchester United team without Ronnie Johnson, but of course I should have mentioned Paul Scholes, recovering after his earlier operation, another vitally important member of this side. Possibly he would have played in the centre of midfield. It's not a bad replacement, is it, Nicky Butt?
Well, it's the biggest, most important fixture of the Premiership season so far. It's also certain to have a major impact on who wins the first championship of the new millennium. For the moment, Bosnich will trot out in that yellow jersey. I feel sure he'll have to change eventually. It's Manchester United against Arsenal. There are 58,000 inside Old Trafford. You've got the best seat in the house, though. It's live and exclusive in just a moment. Thank you, Richard. Welcome back. Well, the midfield battleground could be one of the many key features to this match tonight. Patrick Vieira, I'm sure, relishing the prospect of locking horns once again with Roy Keane. Referee Paul Durkin will no doubt be keeping a close eye on those two in a fixture which certainly has a stormy history. I understand that Mr. Durkin has indeed noticed that Bosnich has got a very similar, if not identical, coloured jersey to the Arsenal outfield players tonight, and they have sent instructions for a change of jersey, but it hasn't arrived yet. Remarkably relaxed Arsene Wenger. I was chatting to him in the tunnel about an hour or so ago. Very philosophical, I think, about the changes that he's been forced to make for this match tonight. The absence of so many important players clearly has troubled him, but he's of the opinion that his men are at their best in adversity. And I guess you could say pretty much the same about his team. Not that they experience it very often. If Manchester United win tonight, they'd be a point behind the leaders, Leeds United. 3 points ahead of Arsenal. They've got a superior goal difference and games in hand on both. That really is how important this match is, Trevor.
Yes, you can feel the importance of it. There's a real buzz around the place. Just a pity it's been slightly delayed. I think that's while the referee is just waiting for the jumper of Mark Bosnich to arrive. I can't believe that we've got to this point now and it hasn't been noticed. 7 o'clock when the two managers go in and exchange teams. That's when you've got to inform the referee just exactly what colours the goalkeepers are playing in. That's when it should have been noticed, at 7 o'clock, not at 2 minutes past 8.
It is amazing, isn't it? You get 58,000 people. The match is being watched by millions across the world in something like 40 different nations. Everything is set, and the goalkeeper can't get a change of jersey. Was it the 1974 World Cup final where they were all set to go and someone noticed they didn't have any corner flags? David O'Leary, if you were watching Sky Sports coverage of Sunderland against Leeds United yesterday, made an almost public plea for a couple of seats for tonight's match. Somebody was obviously listening and lent a sympathetic ear. No one was listening when Mark Bosnich sent that signal to the dressing room. He's still trying to point out that he's got the wrong coloured jersey on. I know Manchester United are famous for changing their strip a lot, but this is ridiculous. So a totally unscheduled delay here. I think the messenger has finally got the message. And an impromptu striptease for the beefcake Aussie, which will certainly please his female. I thought he was going to take the shorts off as well then for a second. Well, it doesn't seem exactly like your regulation goalkeeper's jersey, but I'm sure this will get sold sooner or later. Is that all you could come up with, I think he said?
Well, he appears to be taking it all in his stride, and he's a pretty confident character, but I would think this is pretty off-putting. You can imagine the nerves jangling before such a big game as this. It's the last thing that Bosnia's wanted. And that's the worst goalkeeping jersey I've seen for a long, long time.
So Manchester United set to start a new decade in the Premiership against their fiercest rivals of the previous decade. Between them, these two clubs won 18 major trophies in the last 10 years. It's the 6th time that United and Arsenal have met in just under 12 months, and honours are pretty even. It's Arsenal who finally get us underway. David Seaman, who is dressed correctly, with the first clearance. Yapstam right underneath it. Vieira turns it forward. Cleared by Silvestre. Manchester United have had 6 wins in their last 7 league games. 19 points out of 21. And in their absence in Brazil, no one really has gained too much of an advantage over them, even though, of course, Leeds United head the table. There's Dennis Irwin, who will be concentrating on Manchester United issues now, having retired from international football with the Republic. Not the most convincing kick clear by Bosnic. Thought it was his jumper he changed, not his boots. Vieira, Stam's clearance. Roy Keane, Dwight York.
Just looking at the two teams, the way they've lined up, Alan, we were led to believe that Ljungberg would play in a little row just in behind the front, really wherever he saw necessary to go, but it does appear at this moment that he's actually playing as an out-and-out front player with Henry. That's the role that I said that he played in that Charity Shield at the beginning of the season when Arsenal had a 2-1 win against Manchester United. So it's not totally unfamiliar for him.
Martin Keown's clearance. Petit given away to Cole, and suddenly Nicky Butt in a threatening position here. It was a difficult clearance for Grimondi, and he did well. Nicky Butt, who scored the late equaliser at Sunderland back at the end of December, which was United's last appearance, of course, in a Premiership fixture. Grimondi there again. Vieira turns it on. Henry's header, Parler with the ball forward, and Stam steady as ever. Grimondi's clearance this time has fallen straight to Beckham. The early ball in, a little nudge on Keown, spotted by the referee. Dwight York the culprit. Well, let's quickly find out if George Gavin can shed some light on why it took so long for Bosnic to get that change of jersey. George.
Alan, we understand the delay was caused because there wasn't a replacement goalkeeper's jersey in the dressing room, and we believe they had to go to the mega store to buy one. Probably didn't have the right amount of money. Times are hard at Manchester United.
Thought I could still see the label. Dwight York's layoff gets it back from Ryan Giggs. Good ball for Irwin. Keown finding Parler with the clearance. Ljungberg. Ray Parler. Quick feet on the far side. the foul goes against Roy Keane. Henry deceiving him.
I'm sure that everybody's interested to see how this pitch plays tonight, newly laid, no more so than Alex Ferguson. And it's quite interesting that when David Seaman cleared the ball this now, a big chunk of turf came up underneath him, and he wasn't best pleased.
Henry held it up well. Good defending by Silvestre. A poor clearance straight to Vieira. Henry still there. Ljungberg alongside him. Silvinho. Challenged by Ljungberg. And the ball deflects for an easy touch for Mark Bosnich. Seems to have seen off Massimo Taibi, at least for the rest of this season. The Italian has gone out on loan, back to Italy. Irwin. Let it through. Cole knew what he was doing. They seem to be intuitive, those two. Keane. Beckham. Neville forced to go back again to his keeper. Vieira was determined that was going to be his. And already a fair few sizable chunks coming out of yet another new playing surface here.
Yes, that's the point I was making this now, Alan. You look all over the field. There's an example. Already starting to cut up, which I would think for Manchester United is quite disturbing.
Beaten in their last 19 league games here at Old Trafford since Middlesbrough won here in December 1998. What a record for Sir Alex Ferguson's team. They've won 8 out of 10 this season, including the last 5 in a row. Henry. Easy interception for Neville. But that's great skill. Silvestre. But available again. Cole trying to get in behind Grimaldi, who had to stretch once more. Now Ljungberg again dropping into that role, but he's difficult to pick up by United. Neville in trouble against him, and Henry well placed in the middle, and he finds him. Wonderful save by Bosnich. Here's Silvestre. Irwin. Arsenal so close to the opening goal. Vieira winning the header. Partido. Good ball, and again, Ljungberg has dropped off and found space. Hughes. It's a confident start by Arsenal. Keown.
Well, this is the opening chance for Arsenal. Neville caught in possession, quickly dispossessed by Ljungberg, who plays an early ball in. Henry, great save. He's quickly onto it, Henry, outside of his foot, and a brilliant save from Bosnich.
Now at the other end, a problem for Arsenal. Silvinho's header was wayward. Nothing David Seaman could do about that. Beckham takes it early. Better angle for Neville's cross. Nicky Butt. Patrick Vieira. Now Parla. Arsenal cut it off again in midfield. Well, they've been dominant so far.
Yes, it's no surprise to me, Alan, that I questioned before the game, when a team hasn't played for a month, it's going to be difficult for them to pick up the match tempo straight away, and that's where Arsenal could possibly capitalise. And you have to say, in the opening 10 minutes, Arsenal have started the better.
Keown under pressure here from York. Lee Dixon realised that. No foul given. Andy Cole. That was a decent effort from such a tight angle.
I don't think it's going to play, is it? Or certainly hasn't gone out for a goal kick. I believe it's a throw-in.
Beckham. Given away by Stam. Petit. It's a good ball. Ljungberg's there again, and the pacey Henry ahead of him. And it looked as though Stam held him off there with an illegal challenge. Mr. Durkin waves play on, though. Silvestre. Dennis Irwin gives it away. Petit. Brazilian Silvinho. Beckham, seen enough of Brazilians to last him for a while, I think, after his experience in those championships. He's up against one again tonight. Dixon finds Parler. It's a good ball. Ljungberg. Parler tries to go the difficult route. And Dennis Irwin got quite a lot on that back pass. Dixon. Vieira picks out Petit. Roy Keane's clearance again goes straight back to Arsenal. This has been a very good opening by the Gunners. Tea for them. 5 of the last 8 games in the Premiership, Arsenal, including 3 in a row. The header on causes a problem for Stam, and Ljungberg's got round him. Finishes. He's done it again. He always seems to score against Manchester United, and what a crucial goal that could be, and a bad mistake by the world's most expensive defender, Jaap Stam.
Well, yesterday, Alan, we saw Woodgate dispossessed by Phillips in similar style. This is identical. Stam caught in possession by Ljungberg. He slots it between the legs of Bosnich. And it's a great start for Arsenal, and only what they've deserved. They've taken the game to Manchester United. They've been the better side in the opening 10 minutes. Deservedly gone into the lead.
Well, what mixed emotions on the benches. And what a start here to the most important league match of the season so far. Manchester United have not settled, and Arsenal deserve their lead. Freddie Ljungberg, who scored within 5 minutes of his Arsenal debut against Manchester United 16 months ago, and was also on target in the 2-1 home defeat at Highbury in August.
Yes, if there's a player who deserves the go, it's him. I think he started the game very, very well, playing in a position that's causing a problem for Manchester United. He's interchanged between playing up the front and just dropping in between the midfield and the front, and it's been difficult for Manchester United to pick him up. Arsenal have got onto the game straight away with Petit and Vieira getting balls into him, and it's been a big problem. I think he's interpreted what Arsene Wenger's asked of him very well.
Now Henry, who just got, I think, an accidental smack in the face there as Silvestre cleared the ball. Keown's header. Keane. Nicky Butt Silvestre. Manchester United playing their way out of a tight spot. Beckham. It's lovely football, and that's a foul by Partido. Beckham hits it in early. Nicky Butt. And there is an example of how Manchester United have not settled at all yet. But Arsenal have, and, well, Arsene Wenger was forced really to play Freddie Ljungberg in this position by the absence of so many strikers. No Bergkamp, Anu or Suker. So far, his plan has worked.
Yes, the goal will be remembered, Alan, for the way that he coolly slotted the ball underneath Bosnich as he came out. He put it between his legs, but also I think a lot of credit must be given to the bravery that he showed. Because as Stam attempted to clear the ball, he could easily have had a boot in his face. He wasn't bothered about that. He put his head in there and he got his just rewards.
And considering that Henry had come close to a goal earlier than that, no one can argue that Arsenal don't deserve the lead here. Almost 15 minutes gone and they have a corner. Keown on the edge of the 6-yard box. Dwight York who got it away, but it'll come back in again. Ljungberg once more. Goes down quickly this time by Roy Keane. Dixon over the top. Henry unmarked. It was only his touch that let him down. That's unlike him. But at the moment, Arsenal looking that yard sharper and quicker to the ball.
Well, the room that Henry found himself in was quite unbelievable. And usually his first touch let him down. If it had been better, that would have been another goal-scoring opportunity.
Poor kick by Bosnich. Straight to the goal scorer Ljungberg. And Neville. Boot high there by Grimondi in the face of Andy Cole. Quick reminder to Sky Digital viewers, if you're watching on Sky Sports Extra, the player cam for the next 15 minutes will be following Arsenal's Patrick Vieira. Beckham's free kick, a beauty as ever. Dwight York's turned it away from danger. Back in again by Keane. Giggs on the far post, Beckham beyond him. Early throw by David Seaman. Picked up pace there ahead of Parler, but he still managed to get the ball in a danger area. And Manchester United won 2-1 at Highbury earlier in the season. It was only the second defeat that Arsenal have suffered against Manchester United in their last 9 league games.
It's noticeable, you know, every time the ball goes back to Bosnich and he kicks it, straight away Arsenal pick up possession. He's getting no distance at all with his kicks. He's always falling short into the midfield, where Arsenal have got the greater strength and the greater height.
Here's Parler. No foul. An excellent tackle by Grimondi. Vieira. Stam in the right place this time. Neville under pressure. Beckham, as ever, the outlet for him. And Partido takes it off Keane. Vieira. Oh, lovely skill. Hughes. Silvinho. And there is a steely resolve about Arsenal that you have to admire. They come into this game where many people had written them off even before a ball had been kicked, and they're looking excellent here. Ryan Giggs up against Lee Dixon. Irwin in support. Giggs fires one in, and Seaman read the plot.
Yes, Giggs elects to come onto his right foot. Beckham going in around the back, but Seaman spots the danger quickly off his line. Not a problem to him.
Neville over the top, and Cole was offside as York tried to play him through. There was a special fixture, of course, for Andy Cole, who began his career at Arsenal. They only made a couple of appearances for them. Scored for United in the 1-1 draw here against them last season. Silvestre, Giggs, given away by Nicky Butt to Manu Petit. He dwelt a little too long on it. Beckham accepts the gift. Cole and York ahead of him. Giggs far side. Dwight York. Cole. Lovely control by him. And Nicky Butt sharp charge down. Keane with the effort. Almost too hot to handle for David Seaman.
Well, that's much better for Manchester United. It all came about when Petit was dispossessed in midfield. They quickly closed him down. Great ball from Beckham, helped on its way to Cole by York. I think it's Butt with a side foot. It gets blocked, and then the shot from Keane straight at Seaman, who catches it at the second attempt.
Another disappointing kick there by Bosnich. Free kick. Always so little between these two teams, of course. Arsenal losing their league title to United last season by just a point on that dramatic final day. Vieira. Henry. Good play again by Arsenal. Arla. 3 in the box this time. Dixon finds Ljungberg. Good turn again by the Swede. That's an excellent effort. And the corner's been given. No, the referee was just looking to his linesman, but in the end, a signal goal kick.
Well, I can't believe that, because Bosnich, for me, saves this. I think Silvestre gets far too tight on Ljungberg, and you can see there that the shot going wide, but Bosnich makes sure of it, and I think he just gets a touch. Well, possibly not.
Thought so, but the linesman kept his flag down, and United counter-attack with Giggs. Cole well placed, so too was York. Petit comes out with the ball though. It's a bit careless by Hughes. Manchester United not the team you want to give the ball back to that cheaply. Neville. Difficult one here for Dixon. Giggs his header.
Yeah, it's a good ball that from Neville. Good diagonal, crossfield. Giggs gets the run on Dixon. Gets the header, but just puts a little bit too much on it, trying to direct it into the path of his two front runners, York or Cole.
Well, we understand that Silvinho is struggling with an injury, so Nigel Winterburn is about to replace him for Arsenal, and he himself has had a back injury, and at one stage wasn't even going to travel north with the Arsenal squad, but physio Gary Lewin spent some time manipulating the back problem at the team's hotel. He was able to take his place on the bench, but there has to be a slight question mark about his fitness. But he's obviously the natural replacement for Silvinho. Vieira. Petit. Forward for Hughes, too far. He's given it away to Beckham. Dwight York, well played, Petit.
Yes, that was poor defensive play from Grimondi. Should have gone for safety and headed that one out for a throw-in. He elected to try and keep it in play, but only succeeded in giving it straight to Beckham, who almost got York clear.
So Winterburn gets to take his place. Disappointment for Silvinho, who we understand has a calf injury. He's kept Winterburn out of the side in recent weeks. Unusually for Nigel Winterburn, he spent most of his time on the bench. Neville's throw, touched on by Beckham. Winterburn gets his first touch straight away. Bosnich again has hit the back pass short. For such a talented goalkeeper, he was remarkably apprehensive when the ball's at his feet. Keane. Ljungberg wins it back.
Well, we spoke about the confrontation, didn't we, in midfield between Butt and Keane against the two Frenchmen, Partido and Vieira. You have to say at the moment, we've been going 24 minutes. And the two French lads have absolutely dominated the opening exchanges.
Here's Beckham. Manchester United fans just beginning to get a touch anxious and frustrated at the way their side is playing here tonight. They had 3 games in Brazil. It wasn't exactly a holiday, but they weren't at this sort of level, and they're finding it hard to find their rhythm. Mickey Butt's cross is a good one, though, and it comes out to David Beckham. Most unlike him. A wasted cross. And again, an opening here for Arsenal. Ljungberg has Henry to his left, Vieira to his right, and he might go all the way. Henry. No one to cross to at the moment. So he has a go. And it took a deflection for a corner.
Well, without that deflection, I think that may have gone in. It was a great effort from Henry. Just have a little look at this. He comes off Stam, hits it with great pace. Well, Bosnich, he didn't expect it, and I think that ball would have gone in the far corner.
8 goals in his last 12 games, Thierry Henry. Bosnich did well under pressure to catch that one so cleanly. Dixon let it bounce. I always tell defenders not to do that. Cole. Giggs in the middle. Dwight York arriving, and here he is! Well, it was an absolutely vital challenge that stopped him getting a clean shot there.
Well, all the players are going after Paul Durkin because I think there was a shout there for a penalty. As that ball was played into the box from Andy Cole, I think one of the Arsenal defenders grabbed the shirt of Ryan Giggs, and it could easily have been a penalty. Let's have another look at it. Watch the ball from Cole as it comes in. You watch the tug on Giggs' shirt. You can't see it clearly there, but it was Keown, and that's what they're complaining about. There we go. He's definitely grabbed a hold of him. That's a penalty. It falls to Dwight York, who can't quite get over it. Otherwise, he would have got the equaliser, but I think they've got every right to shout for a penalty there.
Well, this is more like it in the champions now. Keane on the edge of the 6-yard box. Dwight York also there for this throw. T gets it away. Hughes. Not sure Winterburn really appreciated that ball. And United trying to get up ahead of steam now, and their fans responding accordingly. Silvestre. Irwin. Beckham won the header. Nicky Butt again loses a challenge in midfield, this time to Ray Parlour. Henry.
That's where Arsenal are dominating on in this midfield. United are playing with Giggs and Beckham in quite wide areas, whereas Parlour is playing very narrow, Hughes is going narrow, and they really are dominating the midfield. At times it's 4 against 2 in there.
Beckham's layoff, excellent. Gets it back from Keane. Vieira had covered so much ground to make that interception.
You just feel as if Keane and Butt could do with a bit of assistance. Possibly one of the wide players could play a bit narrower.
The tackle's flying in now. And there's another one from Partido to win it back. And yet another. It's boiling up now, all right. And finally the referee's whistle goes, and it's Arsenal who get the free kick.
Well, poor Dirk had a little smile there. He's probably saying to himself, I can't believe it's taken 29 minutes. That's what we've been waiting for.
No sign of a card. The new edict to Premiership referees having an effect, and an excellent effect too. There go United. 2 strong laps surely for Cole. He's making up the ground, and he has done brilliantly. Unlucky. Got the throw. Keane. Nicky Butt. Here's Roy Keane again, and that's a corner. And a quick reminder to Sky Digital viewers, if you're watching on Sky Sports Extra, the player cam for the next quarter of an hour will be following David Beckham, who's about to take this corner. Well defended again by Arsenal. Irwin with a chance to pump it back in. Keane's layoff, and again Keane! It's gone to Beckham, it was a miss kick, and David Seaman lost it in the crowd. Now the pressure is on Arsenal. Beckham. Good ball, Keane to Neville. Excellent cross coming in from the right by Gary Neville. Manchester United's best spell in the match. Dwight York. That's a corner. Now Arsenal knew this kind of pressure would be coming eventually. They're probably surprised it's taken so long. The downward header. Well, Seaman reacted to it. All the crowd seemed to be shouting handball as Dwight York headed it into the 6-yard box.
I think the shout once again was for this time a handball against Grimondi. Let's have a look. There. Well, certainly it was a great header from Dwight York, totally unmarked. Andy Cole on the swivel, should have done better. But as the ball was cleared, the shout went up for a handball against Grimondi.
Winterburn knows that Beckham's right behind them, but the ball's beaten them both. Well, there's a feeling sometimes in football that you've got to work extra hard to get a penalty if you're on the opposing side at Old Trafford. Tonight it's gone against United though.
Well, Dwight York's unmarked. Well, that is a penalty, isn't it? Quite clearly. You see Jaap Stam raising his arm. He was closest, he thought it was a penalty. But the man that counts in black, he doesn't get it.
And you could clearly see Mr. Durkin at the top of that picture indicating that he thought it was on the chest, not the arm. Well, there's no way that Manchester United and Arsenal can meet without several talking points, and we've got some already. And we've got 1 goal to Arsenal in possession here with Partido. Keane. Better clearance this time by Bosnich. Off Giggs' head for an Arsenal throw. 12 minutes of the half remaining. Arsenal unbeaten in their last 3 League and Cup games here at Old Trafford. Dwight York dispossessed by Grimaldi. Winterburn. And Neville. York. He's come back to York. Vieira is having a magnificent game in the middle of the field for Arsenal. Harder. Hughes. Winterburn in strongly. And Grimaldi again. He's so canny, so cute and experienced. He seems to be in the right place so often. Neville. He immediately faces Keane and just nicked the ball off him. It's gone to Silvestre though. A crucial 10 minutes for Arsenal. If they can hold their lead to half-time, it will have an important psychological effect. Vieira. Keown's clearance straight to Beckham. On it goes for Cole. Good work by Dixon. Just got round the back, cleaned it up. Stam keeps the pressure on. Henry with an excellent header. And this time it was Neville doing the covering job. Now Silvestre. Beckham coming in here. Winterburn's hooked clearance gives United the throw.
This is the claim from Manchester United. It's a free header, comes in. Andy Cole on the turn, misses it. It's Dixon who clears. But this is what we're going to look for. Does Grimaldi handle that, or is it off his chest? My first impression was that it was on, but possibly Paul Durkin could have been right. They normally are, aren't they, referees?
Parla. Giggs got lucky then, but has made the most of it. And how well Dixon recovered. 35? Surely not. Now Henry with a chance to break here. He could make it too. He should have done. You've got to credit Bosnich for the stop, but you would have expected a player of the calibre of Thierry Henry to score there.
You're so right, Alan, but what poor defensive play again from United. Silvestre totally lacking in concentration, allowing Henry to get goal side of him, and once he got goal side, there was absolutely no chance he was ever going to catch him.
Well, that could be a defining moment in this game. Beckham's cross. Giggs coming in on the far post. Dixon got it away. Irwin. Well, Thierry Henry couldn't have dreamed he would get such a golden opportunity here at Old Trafford of all places.
Well, it's just a simple little flick on from Ljungberg. Henry goes clear, but you have to give credit to Bosnich. That is a brilliant save with his left hand. That's the second occasion now that Bosnich has thwarted Henry, and both occasions he's made brilliant saves with his left hand.
And the man who was top scorer, of course, for his country when they won the World Cup in 1998. Has scorned a fantastic opportunity there to give Arsenal a 2-0 advantage. Here's Ljungberg, who gave him the 1-goal lead. And he's there again. Petit. Uncharacteristic mistakes here by the Manchester United defence, for sure. Henry. Lee Dixon. Now Petit.
That's the position that's a problem for United when Ljungberg just comes off there again. They've got the ability, Arsenal, to find him because they're passing the ball with great confidence and accuracy.
And do so again. Petit in possession. Vieira's offside. Well, there's a couple of terrific cup ties coming up in the next couple of days on Sky Sports. Aston Villa against Leicester, Worthington Cup semi-final, first leg, that's tomorrow. Then on Wednesday evening, second leg of the semi-final this time, Tranmere Rovers against Bolton. Tranmere 1-up from the first leg. Exclusive live coverage of both those ties. Grimondi's clearance. What a ball it was too for Petit. On for Ljungberg. Trying to use the pace of Henry again. Stam in the right place this time. Bosnich under pressure. Nicky Butt. Beckham with a layoff, first time. Who gets it back to him. Cole in the box. Another loud appeal from the fans behind that goal as Keown made the challenge. Confident football from Arsenal. Ljungberg caught in possession. And now that's an interesting decision for Mr. Durkin. Grimondi with a quite deliberate foul on Dwight York. Free kick certainly, and a card certainly.
Well, there's no doubt it was a foul, there's no doubt it's a card. Yellow, says Mr. Durkin. Grimondi knew exactly what he was doing because Dwight York just played it into the space behind, and I think he was going clear.
First portion of the game for the Frenchman Gilles Grimondi. Ball into the box, touched away from danger for the moment, but Neville beaten to it by Winterberg. King with a back header. Corner conceded by Martin Keown.
Well, the last corner from Beckham caused a big problem. Dwight York totally unmarked, got in the header, which almost resulted in a goal for Andy Cole. Let's see if the delivery is as good as the last one. Normally is from Beckham.
I think it was Grimondi who got it away this time. Once again, an Arsenal head that reached it first.
Yes, it was Martin Keown with a good header.
Ljungberg. And with Beckham on the field, any free kick in this sort of position has to be a danger. Ryan Giggs provides the option. for David Beckham.
Got good power, reasonable accuracy, but never troubles Seaman. I think from that kind of distance, all of 35 yards has got to be something really special. Beckham to beat his England colleague.
Beckham hasn't actually scored in the Premiership since the match which clinched the title here against Tottenham Hotspur on the final day of last season. Now, needs a bit of help here, and Hughes has taken it from him.
I think his first intentions were to give it back to Bosnich, then suddenly remembered what happened over in Brazil.
Vieira.
Good ball.
Dixon. Henry well placed. Silvestre got there ahead of him. Owen's clearance under pressure. Who's there again to pick up the pieces in midfield, but the man of the half for me, Patrick Vieira. Given away by Carla though. Beckham. Cultured little layoff to Nicky Butt. Now Cole. And back it goes to Nicky Butt. Danger here. Great save. Comes out to Giggs. Oh dear. Ryan Giggs scratches his head and wonders how United didn't draw level then.
Well, that was a great break from United. Butt almost scored, but once again, a brilliant save from the goalkeeper, Seaman. Butt thinks he scored. He comes inside Keown. What a save that is, but this is a great chance. It'll go down as a bad miss, but I think that if Giggs gets this on target, Seaman makes the save. You can see his fullback Winterburn comes across to give cover. He should have got it on target, Giggs, but I think if he'd been on target, I'm sure Seaman would have saved it.
Well, injuries prevented David Seaman from playing in the last two games against Manchester United. His presence, that quality of goalkeeping, so important to Arsenal here tonight. Could have seen their lead wiped out in the final seconds of the half. Nicky Butt. Given away again. Hughes now for Arsenal. Henry. Hughes. Winterburn goes all the way back to Grimondi under pressure from Dwight York.
He dropped off well, Grimondi. Realised that he was in a little bit of trouble, gave a little bit of depth. He was able just to play the ball back to him without a problem.
And then a disappointing ball by Gary Neville. The sanctuary of the dressing room. And a one-goal half-time lead, only moments away for Arsenal. There's the whistle, and Fredrik Ljungberg's goal sees Arsenal go in with a one-goal lead. It could easily have been two if Thierry Henry had converted his chance. Mind you, Manchester United could have been level as well. Bosnich made a couple of great saves, so too did David Seaman. We reach half-time with a scoreline of Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Good. A second change of jersey in the evening for Mark Bosnich, but it's certainly not prevented him performing wonders in that Manchester United goal, except perhaps in the balls of his feet. Manchester United have failed to score only once in the Premiership this season. That was in that 5-0 defeat at Chelsea. They've already got 50 goals in the league, 21 more than they scored in the corresponding stage of last season. So you always expect United to be capable of getting a goal. However, Arsenal have defended exceptionally well for most of the evening and attacked well, as they are doing straight away here. A really important 45 minutes in the Premiership season coming up. Here's Grimondi. Hughes, who's been a bit of a peripheral figure really out there on the left. In fairness to him, hasn't started in the Arsenal first team for a year now, and strangely enough, his last start was in the corresponding match here last season. Now Cole with a chance, but it just dropped the wrong side of him. Dixon's clearance.
Yes, you felt that Keown lost that ball. Just for one split second, Andy Cole took his eye off it. Otherwise, that possibly could have been a chance.
Irwin. And a foul by Cole on Martin Keown. Touching it on, and Henry has forced the error by Silvestre, which has given Arsenal their first corner of the half. Booze for Partido as he comes across to take it at this end of the field, where most of the more fanatical United fans are gathered, perhaps. And Bosnich went to try and claim it, and it's cleared off the line by Irwin. Two Arsenal men lying injured as a result of that collision.
There's a great ball in from Petit, swinging in with his left foot. Bosnich comes for it, certainly gets contact. Well, that's what I was looking at closely. Did it go over the line? Quite clearly not. The vital clearance from Dennis Irwin.
Patrick Vieira, who was the closest Arsenal player to that incident, certainly threw his hands up and claimed that the ball had crossed the line, but he would, wouldn't he? Well, Arsenal is set by injury problems at the moment. They don't want another one. Henry, the man in the biggest trouble there. I think it was his own player, Grimandi, that caused the damage, with a little help from Bosnich inadvertently.
Well, if you see that again, Bosnich doesn't make contact. It's actually Henry who goes up and handles the ball. So if the referee had seen that, surely he should give a free kick for Manchester United.
Henry heavily winded in that collision. Something like 12.5 stone of Grimandi falling on him, no wonder.
It appears that Dixon is about to take a throw-in when Henry is recovered. So therefore, nothing was given from Mr. Durkin. I'm convinced I saw Henry's arm come up and handle it.
Henry's had to go off the field for the moment. And the very last thing that they need is to lose him, of course, because he's just about the only remaining recognised striker they've got left. Parler's cross, he might have been there, Henry, in the normal run of things, but it was an easy catch for Bosnich this time. Henry being led around the pitch, and in fact he's now being waved back on as Andy Cole threatens Grimondi's clearance. Neville, Beckham. Long ball for Dwight York. Roy Keane ahead of him, it goes back to David Beckham. Neville again. Should be David Seaman's, quite comfortable. And still breathing heavily after that collision. A mistake by Silvestre gives the Frenchman the ball. Imber, Silvestre recovered well. Ekibak with a determined challenge. Now Roy Keane. Neville, Hughes closes him down instantly this time. Better kick by Bosnich again. Keane. Silvestre. Hit early for Andy Cole. Keown the defender. Arsenal players claiming that was handball by Cole. But Winterburn with a simple clearance to Hughes. Vieira. Now Petit. Knew instinctively where Dixon was going to be. And that's a good ball to Henry, the layoff for Parla. And so in a little bit fortunate that went to Silvestre. Petit. Keown. Henry's lost his marker, but Silvestre covered well. Now Giggs. Beckham. Cole to the right, but what a good interception that was by Winterburn, and it's opened up a counter-attack here for Arsenal. Henry. Ljungberg.
This is what Arsenal are doing well, Alan. They're keeping possession much better than Manchester United. They're prepared to keep a hold of it, got the confidence to pass it around, and they're making Manchester United do the chasing.
Great run here by Parla, and he's still going. Another shout for handball that's gone unheeded from Mr. Durkin. Beckham. Difficult ball that really for Dwight York. And the frustration mounts for Sir Alex Ferguson and one or two of his players tonight. It's a deserved lead for Arsenal, but a flimsy one still.
Well, there's still plenty of time yet to get the goal back. What they can't afford to do is go 2 goals behind. But the difference between the two sides, as I mentioned prior to the game, are the benches. Manchester United got plenty of strength on the bench if they need to change.
Cole is offside here. I'm not sure Cole was offside, but he was certainly given offside. Parla touching it on. Silvestre had to knock that out. Henry was a quick customer. You don't want to make mistakes against him, as Yakstam found to his cost in the first half. Parla doing well to keep it in.
And what a fantastic ball that was from Parla. Tight to the corner flag, got his foot around it. Couldn't have done any more with that.
Nigel Winterburn. So Stephen Hughes. Keane has it back for United. Good tackle again. Ramondi has quietly gone about his job in excellent fashion tonight, and there's a good ball for Henry. They're praising defenders. You've got to give Silvestre credit then.
Once again, Henry times his run. He's asking for the ball to be put in behind Stam. But fortunately for United, Silvestre is quick himself, gets back to dispossess him. The well-timed tackle.
Silvestre's first game against Arsenal as Winterburn plays it in. Manchester United.
Yeah, shouts went up from the Arsenal supporters for a penalty, but quite clearly Henry turns his defender. And Mr. Durkin rightly gives the free kick to United.
Gary Neville in possession for them. Now Butt. Well, Dixon did brilliantly then. That was always going to be a dangerous ball, but he got the exact right amount of power on the header. The 750th game of Lee Dixon's career tonight. A fantastic record, and most of them at the top level. Here he is again. Arsenal's throw. A little confrontation between Messrs. Silvestre and Ljungberg, which Mr. Durkin spotted. Calm down, is his advice. Arsenal are taking so much time over this throw. And now they've got a corner out of it.
I think what they're getting angry with, Alan, was that the fourth official down in front of us here, Mr. Mike Reid, threw the ball not to the Arsenal player but onto the field. And they were suggesting that he was wasting unnecessary time.
Making a run near the penalty spot here. It's gone over his head. And evaded everyone, including Ljungberg on the far post.
Well, the corner from Partido hit deep. Nobody picks Ljungberg up. He starts his run on the edge of the box. Anticipates that the ball is going to go to the back stick and almost gets on the end of it.
Well, no doubt David O'Leary, both as a former Arsenal player and as the current Leeds manager, would love to see Arsenal winning this one. David Beckham. Cleared by Partido to Winterburn. Henry's header. Hughes has given it away. Roy Keane. Silvestre angles one out to Beckham. Well, that's a goal kick. The official attendance here at Old Trafford tonight, 58,293, the highest crowd that has ever attended a match in Premiership history. Dennis Irwin, now Andy Cole, Giggs on the left. Right, you're already inside the penalty area. They've almost found him. David Seaman has been at his most assured in the Arsenal goal tonight. Parler. Ljungberg trying to lose Jaap Stam. Has done so. Oh, but that ball was loose. Beckham keeps it in play. Cole on the far post, but it was never going to reach him.
Well, Beckham's complaining that one of his teammates didn't get across the front of Seaman. I don't think it was the best ball. It was a great run from Beckham. It was a brilliant interception from Ljungberg. But the ball from Beckham is not what we come to expect from him.
Good play then by Henry. Now Partido. Hughes to his left. Winterburn hesitated, but gets the throw. Succeeding in keeping the ball in the United half, and with coming up to an hour completed, also succeeding in holding on to their lead here. And they get a free kick. And a little bit of silliness there by Hughes. Beckham, the innocent party on this occasion for sure. Maybe not that innocent.
Well, that challenge there from Beckham was about twice as high as the one he got sent off for in Brazil.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Easy catch for Bosnich. Winterburn across quickly. He's even kept the ball in play. A quick reminder to Sky digital viewers that if you're watching on Sky Sports Extra, the player camp for the next 15 minutes will be following United's Andy Cole. United have given it away again. Lundberg goes gleefully forward. Henry to his left. Hughes on the left. Dixon. Returns it to Ray Parlour. Picks it off again in the middle of the field, but Nicky Butt was determined this time. Hughes. Beckham races back to try and win it off him, and there's a little bit of unpleasantness clearly between those two at the moment. His Arsenal career was over earlier this season when he was loaned out to Fulham. Came back, lost weight, got his head down, more determined, got his chance tonight. And he helped to create that moment of danger for United. Beckham looking for Dwight York. That was surely a foul. And although goodness knows how many thousands on that side would disagree, the linesman has indicated that.
Well, Mr. Durkin looked at that very, very closely. He was happy to allow play to continue, but he gave the free kick when his assistant raises his flag. I suppose you can say that he was closest to it. That man there has given the free kick. And I think he was right. Dwight York definitely used his body to turn the defender.
Giggs and York ahead of him. Keane arriving from midfield. And Arsenal have got 10 men behind the ball. And Winterburn sticking tight to David Beckham.
We've spoken all evening about the two French lads, Petit and Vieira, with their quality in possession of the ball. But what they're also doing well is they're giving a great protection just in front of the back four. Every time now that United get possession, they're just dropping back and just blocking the way for the ball to be played into the two front lads of Cole and York. They're doing an excellent job. There we go.
A fine challenge by Parlour, and Petit brings it away with pace and power. Runs into trouble. Giggs for Manchester United. And the offside flag has gone up again. Dwight York. Manchester United are about to bring on Teddy Sheringham. Henry touches it through, no problem for Bosnich. I understand that Andy Cole is the player that's likely to be replaced. So this might be his final contribution. Keane. Now Beckham. Giggs far side, won the header well. Vieira, immense he's been tonight. Foul there by Keane, who reacts angrily and would do well to just cool it there. And straight into Mr. Durkin. I think that was an accident. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm glad Mr. Durkin's got good upper body strength, otherwise he may have gone to the floor.
Keane. A moment of frustration for Andy Cole. He's taken off, I can assure you. Our camera won't be following him into the dressing room. Our player cam will now switch instead to Dwight York. Nicky Butt. Interception by Grimandi, who's done that so often tonight. Winterburn. So often Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sent on as the man to try and rescue a situation for Manchester United. Tonight, it's Teddy Sheringham given that role. And Beckham had his cross charged down. Sylvester in the right place and Nicky Butt in space. And you can hear the growing frustration from the Manchester United fans. Keown. Parler, awkward ball for him. It's come out to Irwin. Only that again. Hughes. Neville takes it off him. Keane going in hard. Now Teddy Sheringham. Nicky Butt. What a great block by Keown. There's a great shout for handball again from the United fans. Stan. Beckham. Now Neville. Shot was on its way. Grimandi, I'm not sure how much he knew about it, got in the way.
Well, we've just seen two of the best bits of defending we're going to see all night, Alan. Two brilliant blocks, one from Keown and one from Grimandi. Absolutely top-class defending.
And Dwight York has given it away. Now, Dixon knew he couldn't risk the back pass. In goes Roy Keane. And in goes Dixon second time, and he's very unhappy. He feels that the first challenge should have led to a free kick. United finding an extra gear. Dwight York. Ryan Giggs. Come out again to York. Can do the best job with it this time. Henry. Wonderful control by the young Frenchman. Can't say that of Hughes. That was a terrible ball. Straight to Keane. Neville. Teddy Sheringham. Here's Keane. It's a good return. York. Sheringham. Another great challenge by Grimandi. Just did enough to stop Sheringham getting a clean shot.
That was great play again from United. Sheringham at the centre of it, lovely 1-2 with York.
The mood of the crowd has changed, and Manchester United enjoying a little spell of domination here, but now Arsenal have a free kick and they still have their lead. Arsenal are going to make a change as well now. Perhaps that error by Hughes a few moments ago was one mistake too much for Arsene Wenger. Hughes is going to be replaced by the German Stefan Maltz, who started both the recent FA Cup ties against Leicester, but has only had a couple of Premiership appearances this season as a substitute. Straight replacement, he'll go in quite happily on that left flank. 20 minutes to go. Manchester United trailing 1-0 to an Arsenal team without Adams, Bergkamp, Overmars, Kanu, Zucker.
Well, I can't understand why Stam headed that ball. Whether he had a shout or not, perhaps he didn't hear it in this noise, but certainly should let it go through.
And Ljungberg with a chance here. It's a corner. It could so easily have been a second Arsenal goal.
And that all started because the ball wasn't allowed to go through the Bosnich. If Stam had left it, this wouldn't have been a problem. But what a good chance that is. I can only assume that Silvestri just gets a touch to it. Otherwise, Ljungberg would have got his second goal. Let's have a look at this. There we are. Just gets his foot there in time.
Arsenal corner. Both Grimandi and then Ljungberg must have been, well, no more than a foot away from making contact.
And once again, Ljungberg is the nearest to it. It just comes around the back.
Well, whatever happens, you have to say this has so far been an excellent performance by an understrength Arsenal. Rimondi, Ljungberg, Parlour, now Petit. It's a good ball too, or almost giving the first touch to the substitute, but Yapstam was a bit quicker. Just spaced his clearance and got away with it. Sheringham, good challenge by Petit. Holt says, look, I've got no one to play it to here. He's run into trouble and was very relieved to hear the whistle go. Foul by Beckham.
Yes, I think he was looking for movement up front. The lone striker was Henry. He was looking for a little bit of help from him.
Yeah, just got the touch onto that. Petit, excellent. Yeah. Loose ball by Parlour. What will United make of that? Roy Keane. Looking for Giggs in behind Parlour. Sheringham and York, far side of the penalty area. Great save, Beckham turns it back in, and it must be, and it is! Teddy Sheringham provides the equaliser for Manchester United.
What a ball from Ryan Giggs. Under pressure from Lee Dixon. Stands it up in the back post. Initially it was Roy Keane who plays him in, but Giggs does brilliant here. Back post, Seaman gets a touch, Beckham puts it back in the danger area, and who's in the right spot at the right moment? Teddy Sheringham. He does it so often. He's never going to miss that, is he? 3 yards out, but he's there, and that's the important factor. He's in the right position when needed.
Sheringham's second goal in 22 appearances this season. Game on now. It's been terrific so far. The finale could be even better. A lot of the Arsenal defenders thought that they were going to get an offside decision when Sheringham put that ball in the net, but they were wrong. And it's boiling up a little now. Few candidates for the Man of the Match award, that's for sure. 09009 11 22 33. It's your call. Literally. And the miss by Henry in the first half, which you always felt somehow could have a crucial effect on this game. Certainly has now. Here's Parlour. Ljungberg. You wouldn't rule out Arsenal getting another for all that. They played well enough tonight. Parlour in space here. Couldn't pick him out.
Oh, he made up some ground, Ray Parlour, but Ljungberg just overhit the pass.
Quarter an hour to go. The match back in the balance. Ryan Giggs. Patrick Vieira back to cover. Petit, Dixon, Vieira again. Petit, excellent. With the pressure on Arsenal now, especially with that back pass. David Seaman did really well.
The difference now, Alan, is that Manchester United are pressing the ball so much better than what they did in the first half.
Sheringham has made an immediate difference, quite apart from his goal.
What he's doing well is he's just dropping back into that little hole like Ljungberg did in that first half. It doesn't present a problem to the opposition, and that's what he's done since he's come on.
Parlour with a good ball though. Fine challenge by Sylvester, and again Keane.
Well, there's a claim here for offside, but it can't possibly be offside. Seaman gets a touch, Beckham does well. Well, what they're claiming there is possibly Dwight York offside. Let's let it run. Well, Dwight York may be offside, but once again, was he interfering? Not for me.
Arsenal visibly tiring now in the later stages of this game. Of course, a much tougher programme in recent weeks than United, including that energy-sapping FA Cup tie against Leicester, which went to extra time and penalties. Free kick taken too quickly there. Manchester United, even allowing for their participation in the tournament in Brazil, have had a decent break since they came back. Maybe that will be a crucial factor in the closing stages. Henry, cleared by Owen. Dixon. Well played, Parler. Ljungberg and Henry in the box. Hesitated a little too long, perhaps, and then committed the foul on Ryan Giggs. Should it finish a draw tonight, United would remain second on goal difference, Arsenal third. They'd both be 3 points behind Leeds United. With 12 minutes to go here, anything could happen still.
Seaman trying to push them out, they're dropping deep.
Beckham lifts the free kick, and Vieira gets it away, but United picking up that second ball all the time now. Arsenal happy to get a goal kick and take a breather. Arsene Wenger's fourth season in charge, and Arsenal have been third, first and second in the previous three. Dwight York, Nicky Butt. Keown has slipped, recovered brilliantly.
What a recovery that was. As Nicky Butt was about to go clear. There you see the ball almost played through. Keown makes a mistake, and then that's a brilliant recovery to stop Nicky Butt from going clear.
One of many towering performances by Arsenal tonight. United have played a lot better in this second half. Ten minutes to go in this crucial Premiership fixture at Old Trafford. And they're level. Beckham's header. Dwight York. Beckham again. Giggs on the far post. Confusion in front of him as Roy Keane came in, but they've got a corner out of it.
What a great diagonal that was from Silvestre. All of 60 yards he's hit that. Testing Winterburn. Beckham got up above him. Just nodded it down into the path of Dwight York. Received a return and played a real telling ball into the box.
Pressure mounts now on the Gunners. David Seaman has poured it away. It was enough for the moment anyway. Owen gets it back though. Now Neville. Should be Keown's. Keane. Giggs. Gets it back. And again. Parla denies him this time. Now Petit. Dixon. And it seems now that every Arsenal clearance lands at the feet of a United player.
A good referee in that. I think Dennis Irwin lost possession. He knew it was going out for a throw-in. Just fell to the floor, and Mr. Durkin was quick to spot it.
Stam.
It's all United, isn't it, Alan? They can't get the ball now, Arsenal. They've got a real surge on United.
Here's Irwin. Beckham. Much more like Manchester United we all know. Neville. Winterburn gets it clear. And there's a break here. Well, he's all on his own at the moment, Ljungberg. Henry sprinting forward in support. We've also got Maltz unmarked out on the left, and Parla, annoyingly for him, gives it away. Irwin. Chance for Arsenal to recover a little. They've been under some pressure in the last 10 minutes or so. It looked so long as if the famous cry 1-0 to the Arsenal was going to come true. But Manchester United's equaliser has set us up with a terrific finish here. Arsenal defending in the best possible way in the United half at the moment. But now a break for Roy Keane. Teddy Sheringham. Winterburn's interception. Now Patrick Vieira. This is Ljungberg. Keown. He was forced into that, both Sheringham and Dwight York closing him down instantly. Unusual miss kick by Irwin. Oof! Oh, dear, dear, he went in a bit high there, Roy Keane. A couple of weeks ago, that probably would have produced a card. We've only had one caution in the game, and how much better the game is for it. Keown's clearance. This kick by Nicky Butt, he was fortunate it went to Neville, who was giving it away anyway. Keown with one over the top for Henry. Ljungberg, he's done well here, and back again to Ljungberg, and now Ray Parla.
Excellent tracking back again from Roy Keane. He knew his team were in trouble, quickly gets back. Between him and Dennis Irwin, they quickly get a closing down job on Ray Parla because they'd been opened up by the front two of Arsenal. There's Keane. I think it eventually comes off Irwin. Excellent covering by Roy Keane.
Arsenal corner. Bosnich with a simple catch. Good throw. Arsenal got a second win by the looks of things. A rare mistake by Vieira. And he's made up for it. Didn't like the challenge. Mr. Durkin saw nothing wrong. Neville into the last 5 minutes then. Patrick Vieira. He was caught there by the challenge by Sheringham. The referee spotted it, but has allowed play to go on with Arsenal in possession with Petit. Henry. Maltz. battles there between Vieira and Sheringham. They've been involved in a questionable incident just before that. And Mr. Durkin is going to check with his linesman to see if he had a better view of what really happened.
Let's see if we can clear this up. I don't think there's absolutely nothing in that. And I think that unless we see it on a different angle, I think Vieira is a little bit unfortunate if anything goes against him. Mr. Durkin giving the drop ball. In that case, he should have blown up, should he? Because there's nothing to give.
Meantime, Phil Neville has come on in place of Dennis Irwin for the last few minutes, which keeps intact Phil Neville's record of having figured in, well, almost all bar one, in fact, Premiership match for United this season. The drop ball has gone in United's favour here. Ryan Giggs. Dixon blocked the cross, and it was important he did, and that's an Arsenal throw. Great determination in the later stages here by Manchester United to win this. Having saved so far a point, they now sense that they could take all three. Stam on a great run. Wins the corner. Into the final 2 minutes. Neville. Just onto the roof of the net from United's giant centre-back.
Yeah, well-worked corner from United. They all thought it was coming in long from Beckham. He spots Neville just outside the box. Plays a little diagonal. Yeah, Stam gets up above them. Doesn't trouble Seaman.
No, sit down, Sir Alex.
I think that header from Alex would have gone in.
Into the last minute, and I'm quite sure that if you'd offered Arsenal a point at 8 o'clock tonight, they would have accepted it quite happily, given the team they were forced to field with so many top-level absentees.
I think at 25-9, when Henry was clear to make it 2-0, I think United would have taken a point then.
Here's Partido. Keogh, offside. The fourth official is about to indicate to us how much stoppage time will be played eventually. Go on, Mr. Reid. They're waiting. It's going to be 4, obviously.
They're not easy to work, those things, you know.
Have you done it?
Well, I just see the difficulty they have every Saturday with them.
You know, sometimes technology can be, well, can defeat the object. 4 minutes it is, though. And that's not what you wanted to see, probably, if you're an Arsenal fan. Got shout for handball there against Winterburn, but it was whacked against him from close range. It's only a throw. Gary Neville backs away to get as much distance as he can. Sheringham's layoff, straight back to him. They keep up going in. Keown with an important clearance.
He's headed enough balls tonight, hasn't he, Keown? Him and Grimandi have been excellent at the back.
And they've got to continue to be excellent for another few minutes yet. Ljungberg clearing his lines this time. Now Bosnich's kick again fails to find the intended target. It's gone to Ljungberg, who's got Henry up with him. He had to hold and didn't do so long enough. He's offside. Goes down under the challenge from Winterburn, nothing given. And Beckham wins it back. Neville. Keown had to reach that. Dwight York was perfectly placed.
Silly free kick with just a minute and a half left for Henry to give away, because you know where this is going to go. It's going to go straight back into the penalty area. Well, it should do. Perhaps from a different angle.
Gary Neville. Cleared by Winterburn. Is there to be one final moment of drama here? Roy Keane. Vieira gets it away. Henry will keep chasing here. Silvestre finds Phil Neville. Vieira wins it back. Giggs typically back chasing and then showing brilliant technique and a great ball as well. York couldn't get it under control quick enough. Vieira could. That's brilliant by Patrick Vieira. Ljungberg looking for Henry round the back, and he finally gets it off Silvestre. He knew what he was doing. Corner quite enough for him at this stage. Quite right.
Well, he was bright there, wasn't he, Henry? Silvestre showed just a little bit too much of the ball to him, quickly onto it, and then eases the pressure from his team by winning the corner. That's exactly where Arsenal want to be with 30 seconds left. Down in the bottom corner, I'd imagine they'll go short, unless they've still got ambitions to win it.
It looks as though they have. As Petit clips it in, and the header across the face of goal by Grimondé. Kept in by Henry. It's more than that. Well, he goes down, claims a free kick. Mr. Durkin says no, glances at his watch because they're almost there now. Arsenal seconds away from what would be a very, very valuable point for them, especially in the circumstances. And that's what they've earned here tonight at Old Trafford. Teddy Sheringham's goal has ensured that they haven't got all 3 points, but in view of the understrength team that Arsenal have come to Old Trafford with tonight, I think they'll be very happy at a draw. Whether Ljungberg giving them the lead in the first half, Thierry Henry might have added to it. There were some excellent saves by both David Seaman and Mark Bosnich. A high-quality game, exactly as you would expect from these two. A draw means that Manchester United remain above Arsenal on goal difference in second place. Arsenal third. They're both now 3 points behind the leaders, Leeds United. Crucially, of course, Manchester United have games in hand, and their return to Premiership football has not brought the victory that many expected, but still, I think, over the balance of play, a just result here at Old Trafford tonight in front of the Premiership's biggest ever crowd. The final score, Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1.